All right. Good evening, everyone. Please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. Just a simple why yes, and then we are good to go. I believe that's a yes. So let me know where you are tuning, where you are joining us from. I am Kwena Pete, and I'll be your host for this evening. I'm not alone. We have got an amazing guest, Takalani Ndou. She will be sharing her journey just in an hour or so. So this evening, I am going to take you through Southern Africa business presentation. We are one big team with one big dream and one big goal, that is to transform our lives, and we are one forever. So I'm going to take you through what forever is all about and also how you can start this business to build your exciting future. So as we kick off, I would like to ask you a very simple question, yet a significant one. And that is, what matters most to you? The year's coming to an end. When 2025 kicked in, we all had goals, right? If you look at the picture, you will notice that your goals could be, your goals could involve building a home for your kids. It could be getting a better health. It could be getting a new car or paying off your credit cards or stop on living on overdrafting. So I want you to share with us what matters the most to you. You are working. Perhaps there is that one big thing that you want to achieve, and it is not possible through a salary. So at some point in life, as you progress in life, you've got to stop and ask yourself, am I working for going to work? Because it is possible to work for going to work and you disregard what matters the most to you. So if you haven't stopped and think about this question, this is your assignment. Please pause a moment this evening after the call and ask yourself, what really matters to me? I remember when I started my forever journey, that was 2016. I just got involved in a very terrible accident, and that happened after my graduation. I sat down. It was a conversation between me and myself, and I asked myself, if anything happened, what is it that my son could have inherited at that time? And I said, going forward, with or without a job, because I was studying full time, I am going to build my forever business. And I'm going to make sure that even if it's a one bedroom, I secure a home for my son. It was because of that accident. So God forbid, I see a hand up. I'm not sure if I am audible. Oh, I believe everything is fine because I can see there's some engagement. So you don't have to wait to have such desperation moment in order for you to pause and have a deep conversation with yourself and be honest with yourself. If you carry the way you're carrying on, you know, at some point in life, you've got to project yourself that if things remain the same in the next coming 2 years, in the next coming 5 years, where would you be? And for me, at that time was all I want is a place called home. So please, wherever you are, take some moment and really think and be honest with yourself. And as you carry on, this is forever living business. If I were to summarize this in one sentence, I would say this is where ordinary people build build extraordinary results or achieve extraordinary results. Guys, Forever has transformed so many lives, and it is no doubt that it can transform your life. I fully understand that you are here because you want to make some extra cash. But before we get into how do we make money in this business, it is very important to educate you on who we are. We are not here to say uzofagumalu uzobona. It is important to know what you are going to invest in. We are definitely not a quick rich scheme. Hence, it is important to know the history of this company. It was founded by Rex Mon in 1978, all built on the commitment to help people, and that includes you and I, to find a better health and most importantly, to achieve financial independence. It is important to know that our headquarters are in Arizona, based in the USA, and we own our aloe vera farms in the Dominican Republic and Texas. Please, I urge you to go and find out more on this. How did it come to the Dominican Republic, Texas? I strongly believe that you're going to find some few nuggets and some few wisdom, so that when you build your business and when it gets tough, you understand what exactly it took Rex Mon to have what he had. May his soul rest in peace. And we are operating in over 160 countries. Guys, you know what that means? It means wherever you are. I know that we are joined by people in Botswana. We are joined by people in Mozambique. Some are from Tanzania. It means wherever you are not limited to build not only in your country, not only in your province, but you can build in over 160 countries. Guys, this is huge for me. It is also huge for you guys. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it costs to have a business in another country? So let us take advantage of this. And of course, we remain debt free. And this is a family owned business. There will be no day where you wake up and you hear that Forever is owing so and so third party. Now that you understand where Forever comes from, it is also important for us to understand that this business, this company, it is shaped by visionary leaders, and that include Greg Mon, who is our CEO of FLP, Forever Living Products. And we also have Aiden O'Hare, who is the president of our Forever Living Products. And going forward, we have got Garen, who is the executive vice president overseeing the sales and technology department. And we also have the vice president of Africa. We call him JB. So please, guys, it is important, I repeat, to know what you are getting yourself into. So educate yourself on the background. Understand there are so many things that are happening right now. Don't just get in not knowing what is happening. And we have Oni Mamadia, who is our country sales manager. Guys, she started just like you and I. I always wonder, if she said no to this business, where would she be by today? Because she just started looking for an extra 10K on monthly basis. Little did she know what God has in store for her. So you've got no clue where this business is going to take you. Perhaps all you need is just extra 5,000. Perhaps all you need is just extra 20K. But only God, and the only way to find out, it is when you are in this business. All right, so grab this business opportunity. You have no idea what lies ahead. And she is responsible for South Africa, Namibia, Swaziland, Lesotho, Botswana, Mozambique, as I've mentioned. We are operating in over 160 and over 140 countries. So we also have Zimbabwe and Angola under our country sales manager, Mama Dia or Nimtumela. So it is important to know that we are number 9, guys. South Africa is number 9. So what exactly make Forever different? Why would you choose to be with us? Now that you know the history, you know who founded Forever, you know our leaders. It is also important to know that we were not born yesterday. We have been in the business for over 47 years. And here's the good news. We are going strong and stronger, guys. And in South Africa, the company has been changing lives for exactly 30 years. Guys, it's not a quick reach scheme. It's not a fly by night. You will never hear that Forever it's here today and tomorrow it's gone. So we are backed by the highest quality of products. This is the heart of the business, guys. There is no business that doesn't offer the service, and ours is through the products. We are the largest grower and manufacturer of the aloe vera products, not just in anywhere, but in the whole world. All right. And we are the first to receive the International Aloe Science Council of approval for our aloe content and purity. Most of our products, they are kosher and halal. And also it is important to know that we do not taste our products on animals, yet animals can consume our products. And we recently received the USDA organic certificate. It is also important to know that we are part of the Direct Selling Association member. This is very, very important to note, everyone. So whatever that you're going to do, should you decide not to be with us, please make sure that you do the background check, and that is to see that it is registered with the Direct Selling Association and it shows that you are protected as a distributor. Okay, now let's get into the products. We are vertically integrated. What does it mean? It simply means that Forever owns all its aloe field, all its manufacturing facilities, the research and development, the quality control laboratories, as well as the distribution channels. Guys, everything has been done on our behalf, from plant to product to you. There is no middleman. That's why we make so much profit, which I will cover later. So the good stuff is here, guys. All our products, all of them, if you go through the ingredients, you will find it is all from the good stuff, and that is our pure inner leaf aloe vera gel. All right, so going forward, guys, we are the largest grower, as I've mentioned, and we grow over more than 40 million aloe plants. Can you guys comprehend that? And our aloe is the papadines. There are so many species of aloe, but the one that is the most nutritional valuable variety is the aloe papadines mela. Okay, and our products are hand harvested. Why? This is to ensure that the leaf is perfect and also to avoid damaging the aloe plant. So you get it as it is. And also it is hand filleted. That means we extract only that pure inner leaf of the aloe vera gel. And of course, as I've mentioned, without damaging the liver. And also our aloe can produce leaf for up to 5 years. Wow. Okay, now you know who we are, where we come from, our leaders. Let's get into what exactly do we do in this business and how do we do what we do, right? So the first thing that we do in the business, guys, it is simple. It is exactly what you did this morning. You washed, you brushed your hair, you brushed your teeth. We use the products. Yours is just to substitute whatever that you are using and use your own products. Become your number one best customer And guess what? You share the benefits, the experience that you had by using the products. And by so doing, already I've covered the number one way of making some extra cash. Okay. And because of forever is not being stingy, you can build a team. All right. You share the business opportunity. By so doing, you become a team leader. You don't force anybody. Yours is not to convince. It's exactly what you did here. Invite somebody, we share the business opportunity with them, we educate them on the business opportunity, they make a decision, all right? And in that way, you will build a team, and then we follow the same will. If you check there, it says key people. Not everybody is key, okay? It might not be my cup of coffee, all right, but it can still fund my dream. So find your 5 key people and work on a very simple business cycle, which I will share shortly. And you coach the team. In that way, you develop others to do exactly what you have done to become a team leader. You will be now move from being a team leader to become a business developer. So this is what we do, guys. It's not a rocket science. It's not difficult. It is just 4 things on daily basis. You've got the training, you've got the power hour every single day. Yours is to show up. The product is already there. I'm sure you are wondering, what products, Kwena, are you talking about? We have got drinks, alu drinks. We have got the daily nutrition. We have got the B products, and we have got both the weights. Some people they want to lose, some people they want to maintain, some people they want to gain. So we've got the weight management products. We also have the personal care, that tooth gel that you use, that soap, that moisturizer, and we've got the skin care as well as the body care products. So we have got variety of products. You can choose any of this category to build your business on. The key thing here is to introduce one new product every single month so that you get to experience, you get to get the benefits of the products. Okay, perhaps you are wondering, where will I get a customer? Who will I sell this to? Guys, we are in the right marketplace. Look at the weight management alone. It is, the market is worth about 586. I'm talking about dollar here, billion globally. So we also have the sports nutrition. Look at that market. It's around 28 billion. And the men's grooming, we do have the gentleman's pride. We do have the deodorant that men can use as well. And there's so many products that men can use also under the skincare. And of course, we all need to boost our immune system through our ALU products. And I've mentioned the weight management. So the market is definitely huge for everybody. This industry sales is worth, guys, $1 trillion, $4 trillion globally, and it is the business of the 21st century. So what forever is? It is an did I skip any of the, I think I skipped one. No, I did not skip. Are you still with me, guys? So what forever is? It is a network marketing business opportunity. Okay? Is not feel sorry for me, guys. No. It's not lotto. It's not fagumaluzo bona. It's not put money and see what happens. No. It is a network, not net luck, not net let me try, not because of I'm not working, let me push time. No, 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 no. When you get into this business, make sure that from day one, you are prepared to work for your goals. It is a network marketing business opportunity. and you will be able to create yourself some extra cash flow by selling our high quality product. Guys, there is no financial crisis that selling cannot solve. Selling is not for the poor. Selling is not for, please support me. It's a skill that can be learned. And when you are tired of being broke, trust you me, you will find a way. And there are four main reasons why people get started with our company. Number one, we all know it is financial reasons, and also personal development. Guys, this is huge. The Kwena that you hear today is definitely not the one that joined the business in 2016. Some people are here for flexibility. You can do this business at any time. You can do it anywhere. So some join so that they can just purchase the product at a certain percentage, and after using the products they can see that I'm sleeping on money here. I love the products, I love what I experience, I love how I feel about the products, therefore I'm going to share this business. Okay, what forever is not a job. You are not going to be hired by forever. You are going to hire your heart. You are going to hire your mindset. You are going to hire yourself. Forever is not a job. So that means from day one, you must take full responsibility and accountability to build a forever living product. Don't be pushed. You're not going to report to anyone. You know who is your boss? It's not the forever. It is your calendar. What are you doing? That as your calendar. That is what is going to help you to hold yourself accountable. So I'm sure you are wondering, where do I start? Guys, we follow a very simple cycle in this business. Exactly what I'm doing here, I am showing you. Somebody conducted you, right? And we are showing you the business presentation, and you're going to sit down. Your wife is going to tell you whether you need this business, not your feelings, not your emotions, not your weaknesses, not abantu bazothini, what will people say. Then you make a decision to register. Then you're going to have a planning action. You implement after your planning session, okay? And you work towards becoming a manager. Why? The level manager, that's where you're going to make the highest profits. And that's where more doors are going to open. You can get yourself a new car. Your lifestyle is going to change. And you also can qualify to travel. And if you are one of those that are worried about retirement plan, stick with me later as I'm going to share with you some of the incentive in this business. So if you want to achieve financial independence, ask yourself, why did I call all this, and leave the self-development? Guys, self-development is very key. It's very key. Make sure that you work on your mind. You see, what you were not taught in the lecturer room, it's exactly what you're going to teach yourself. You're going to work on your mindset. You're going to read books that are in line. You're going to develop yourself as an individual. Personally and professionally, you will notice some growth. So please don't just be in the business. Make sure that you work on yourself. We all know the saying that if you want to improve your income, you must also improve your level of self-development. It's self-development. Okay, so how do we get started into the business? You get a box, a business. I call it a business in a box. Some call it it's what, box or doom. Yes, box. I almost said babe so doom. Or box or doom, but you understand where the names comes from. So you can start by purchasing start your journey combo. Guys, this is not just a combo. This is not just a box. okay? This is where your future starts. This is a foundation to build an exciting future, not only for you, but for your family. So take that step, guys. It is only about 7,200 Rand. And I'm going to share with you what you can make way above the capital cost that you started with. So by doing so, you will accumulate 2 case credit, which is 2cc. I will explain shortly what are cc's. And now you are in business as an FBO, that is forever business owner. So the box that you see there, the fees that you are owing right now, we are in the what? Third, it's the second semester. Perhaps you are still behind on fees. Trust you me, that box that you see is your GPS. It is exactly what will help you navigate your way out of either it's health problems, either it's financial problems, even personal stress, guys, because now you will deviate your focus. You will be building, you will be focusing on serious stuff, okay? So whatever problem that you think you can't get out of, trust you me, that box, it says more than the products. And step number 2, you're going to build a team and you're going to reach for 4 case credit, which I will unfold shortly. And that way you will be able to unlock the full potential of our marketing plan. Option B, if you can't start with 7.2, which is that your journey combo, you can definitely join as a preferred customer, a minimum of 1.2. It can be 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. But the key thing here, if you want to build a business, close your eyes, take that 7.2 and get started into your business, okay? And then what's next? You're going to now follow a system, okay? Like any other business, it is important. I see some hands up. Are you still with me? Are you still with me, guys? Can you just give me some yes in the comment section? Because I see follow. Yeah, thank you, Busi. Thank you. So moving forward, guys, when you are in a business, when you receive that Start Your Journey combo, you will receive a book. I call it a Bible for a forever business owner. It is called Steps to Manager. And the very first page, you will notice it is about you. It's just you and your goals, your personal goals, English, financial goals. And at the bottom there, it's written, what are you prepared to work for? Okay. And then as you move, it will talk about 4 case credit. So that means in order for you to be successful, to build both a successful and a sustainable business, you must at least do a 4 case credit simply by using the products. And then you retail. You hear me? You share the products and then you share the business. That's recruiting. Don't let the term recruiting scare you, guys. All big businesses, they are recruiting. You cannot do the business alone. Can we shift our mindset? I can't recruit. What do you mean you can't recruit? I can't sell. No, guys. If these 2 words, they scare you, just take it from myself with no experience in business before I started the Forever Living products. I just shifted my mind from recruiting to sharing the business opportunity, from selling to sharing the benefits of the products. And guess what? Things changed. Okay, so please, before you write yourself out, open yourself to learning about this. Okay, and 4 case credit, it is our monthly minimum target. We are on the, it's what, 29 today. Please make sure that you closed your focus credit. If you haven't, I'm sure you're asking yourself, what is case credit? It is a global point system allocated to each product. So as you can see, our first and the one of the first and best selling products is worth 0.102 case credit. If I were to purchase 3, it will be around 0.3. Okay, if I were to add on the aloe vera jelly and so every product, every single product, as you are buying the product, excuse me, as you are buying the products, simultaneously you are gaining the points, and that is the case credit. Okay, that's how the company will know. That's how you will also know how you are doing in the business. So if you're wondering how are they going to know if I did 4cc, my performance, it is measured through the case credit. You go to Europe, you go to wherever, we use the very same language, which is our currency. It is case credit. Okay. And now let's look at the profit that you can make by sharing the benefits of our aloe vera gel, guys. Come on, just a day, just in one day, go and help somebody use our product, feel better, and by so doing, you will make yourself about 168. Can I give you the tip about selling? It is not about selling. It's about saving people. It took me long to understand that it's not exactly about selling. Save. Money will follow you, guys. Profit will know your address if you just immerse your heart in saving people, in helping people with our products on daily basis, a minimum of 168. And if you turn that like not just one bottle, at least 2 bottles, and I will do this just 5 days in a week, and you will make about 1,684 rand 17 cent. I'm not a Zuma kidney. I got it right. Yes, 1,684 rand 17 cent. So guys, think about this. In a week, I'm talking about the profit. I'm not talking about the money that you use to purchase the product. So now I want to ask you a question. How many days are we left? When it's 2025, right? How many days are left in 2025? How many days are left? Can somebody put in the comment section, guys? You can just Google. I'll give you a tooth gel. Joking, but yeah. Once you get the answer, go and do this mathematics. Perhaps you cannot even save. You know, I got a message, one lady, she was like, I'm a teacher, Kwena, by profession. After everything, I'm left with 200 rand. I still have to ask money for petrol. And then I gave her this formula. If you were to follow the very same success formula on your screen, let's see, did you guys give me the answer? Days, not, oh, sorry, not days to close the month, but to close 2025, 239. Okay, let's say, for example, you start the business, the next coming 9 days, you're getting in the business, you're getting all this now, you know where to go. You've had the meeting with your sponsor. If you were to make extra 336, and then you save it for the next coming 230 days, how much would you have when Jan 2026 starts? The profits. I'm not yet talking about other ways of making money through the same business. Can somebody put in the comment 336 multiply by 230 and think about that? How would you start 2026? What would it mean for your kids? What would it, oh, sorry, 125. Come on, yes. Okay, that's your homework. Just multiply the remaining days in 2025 with 336 and make it your mission to have that amount. And tell me if you will have January, the WORRY. You will not have that. You can start off 2026 on a better financial note. You can pay something. You can say goodbye to overdrafting. You can pay Malumi's transport, you know, and the company says, Lebo, thank you for doing that. While you were making yourself 1.6 a week, it's actually 6.7 a month, and that's equivalent to 4.08 case credit. And you shared the business opportunity. The person started the business with Start Your Journey combo. You're going to receive 25%, which is equivalent to 1,623 Rand, guys. Can you understand that? So I've just given you a formula on how to make extra 10K. This is almost 10K. If you could just add another bottle there, you can make extra 10,000. So many people wait for years for their salary to change, to increase by even 2,000, 3%. So I gave you something that you can use, a formula that you can follow. And look at this: when you double the effort, when you now say, I'm no longer going to do it 5 days a week, but I'm going to do it 7 days, or I'm just going to sell 14 bottles in a week. And trust you me, you will now have helped over 50, that's 60 bottles, 50 people to use the aloe vera bottle. It could be berry nectar. It could be any product that has got a value of 168 profit. And depending on your financial goal, you can actually multiply the effort, and the results will also speak. So when you do this, when you follow this system, you're now no longer sharing the business opportunity or signing up or helping one person to start their business. Now it's two. Just use the product and share the business opportunity. And then you make it your mission to at least sign 2 people. By just having 2 people to join your business, by just having 2 people to start their business, now you are going to get 3,200 Rand by just doing that, guys. And now look at the boost bonus. It also goes up. Of course, by the time you do this, you would have achieved 4K's credit. And you did not only help somebody to start the business, you did not only achieve 6K's credit, you moved to a new level, and that is a supervisor level. Meaning, if you follow the very same formula, this is no longer 168. It actually goes up because now you are a supervisor. It comes with a new pin, which comes with a new percentage off. You're no longer buying at 30%, but you are going to buy at 38% off. It only takes 1 month for you to be promoted, for you to move up to a supervisor business, to a supervisor level. Now let's get into your favorites, which is the marketing plan. The question is, where do you want to be? And I'm asking you the very same question, Nana. Where do you want to be? All the positions that you see on your screen, guys, they can take you. Supervisor, it's 1 month. Assistant manager is 2 consecutive months. A manager is 4 months. Before I share with you the benefits of each level, I want you to take a look around yourself. Even if it means you open your bank account just to look at the notification, look at that curtain. Perhaps your roof is leaking. Guys, anything can happen. We have 4 months left in 2025. You can say goodbye to negativity. You can say goodbye to gossip, and you just put your heart in this business and watch yourself improving, growing, not as a person, but also your finances. Where on earth have you seen an opportunity that if you put in the effort, 4 months, guys, it can transform your life. 2016, around exactly this time, it was August. I was just a brand new supervisor. And came October, I was a manager. So you can do it, guys. You can definitely close 2025 on a different level. So when you get started, as I've mentioned, you can start with the forever preferred customer. Those are people that are purchasing for less than 7,200 rand. And then you will get only 5% a discount on all your personal purchases. All right. If you decide to level up, now you are saying, you know what, I am ready to build. I had enough. I've been stagnant for too long. Now you get your Start Your Journey combo. You become a supervisor. And now you're going to move from 5% to 30%. Or you can just buy the combo, and from your second purchase, you get 35%. And whoever get into the business, you're going to get 25%. And if you do your focus credit, you are going to get a boost bonus of 5%. So if you were wondering, at what level do I start getting paid on monthly basis? Beside my profit, you can start getting paid at an assistant supervisor level, provided you are 4Ks credit. All right. Or you can decide to move from assistant supervisor to a supervisor. As you can see, the higher you go, the less you purchase, you get more discount. Now, if you go back to that success formula, which is based on the 30% of an assistant supervisor, can you imagine that at a 48%? It's no longer 138, guys. It's way more than that. The very same money that you buy the product, it is exactly what you will make as a profit. So aim to get to a manager level in 2025. You can see there it's 48%, and you got more benefits than the rest of the levels. And it's not only the end of your journey. There is Eagle Manager, and I will share with you the benefits of getting to Eagle Manager. And there are more senior, soaring, sapphire. So there is no limit. And there's no such thing as, just because of I started under label as a manager, I cannot become a senior manager. No, this is your business. It is based on your input. All right. And another way of making some extra money, remember, if you check, I've covered three so far. Number one way of making money is through the profits. Then we have got the referral bonus when you sign up a new person. And then we have got the marketing plan. When you are on 4CC, now we're going to look at the leadership. Remember when I mentioned you become a team leader and a business developer? This is where the business developer comes in, where you are developing more managers in your business. And I'll just give an example with just one link. All right. Let's say this is Lebu as a manager, and Lebu helped Kwena to become a manager. That is the first generation. And Kwena helped Mashi to become a manager. That is the second generation. And Mashi helped Nana to become a manager. And that is a third generation to label the first manager at 48%. Whatever all these managers are making, depending whether it's first generation or second, you will make 6%. And we're not just talking about 6%, 0.06, guys, 6% in money. Okay, so it depends if they are on they are doing the 60K credit per month. Now, could you imagine if you were to help, or if you were to have 5 legs, and all manager, second generation, first generation, and third generation? Will you have to worry about retirement plan? No, guys. So this is what I mean when I say this is a legacy building business. Now we know who we are, what we do, how we make money. Let us look at the incentive, the cherry on top, guys. So the first incentive that we have, it's called Forever to Drive. Okay, you buy the car. of your dreams, not looking at your pocket, what your pockets say, of your dreams. Of course, you will work for it, okay? And here are some of the cars that our fellow FBOs have bought. I just want to focus on the Ford Ranger, the Range Rover one, the couple on the left-hand side at the bottom, guys. I'm always inspired by the FBO's journey. Because of time, I'll just give a little bit of the couple that you see on the left-hand side. They have been in the business for over 20 years. And Kwena comes in the business within 1 year. This is not working. Ask yourself, why would people be in the business for 20 years? What is special about this? To a point that they resign and they do this business full-time from their full-time career, profession. So wherever you are, you're building your business, remember this. Stay for the long haul. Don't do it for today. Do it for the generations to come. So being in the business for 20 years, there is just something about that, okay? So these are some of the cars that our FBOs have bought through Forever Living Products, all running this business full time. And this is how you can achieve your level 1. We've got 3 levels of the car incentive, okay? So level 1, month 1, starting from September, you can do 50K credit, or in August, if you're already in the business. Month 2, October, you do 100K credit. November, you close on 150K credit. And you start the following month getting your level 1 car incentive, which is worth 7,000 Rand. You are not forced to buy a car. You know your goals. You know your why. You can use that money for something else. And the following month, you can just, add more CCs and move from 150K credit to 225, from 225 to 300, because you will notice that your month 2 is actually month 1 of the next next car incentive. You understand? And your month 2, it's actually the other level, the previous, that's the next level. Let's say, for example, you are on month 2, level 1. You are actually on level 2, month 1. So yours is just to increase on the month 3. And then you will get a maximum of 14,000. What car would you buy that is worth 14,000? And the company will compensate you for about 3 consecutive years. That is 36 months. Remember, all this is entirely based on the personal commitment, perseverance, and of course, personal success. So we also have got the international trips, guys. These pictures that you see, they are not from Canva. They are definitely not from Google. It's exactly what you're going to experience. We call it experience like no other. So these are just people just like you and I. In one of our Forever international trips. The first international trip that we have, it's level up. Qualification period started in January and it is going to close on the 31st of December. And you can participate as well. And more details, you can find this in our company policy, but as long as your total CCs range from 2.5 going to 3.5, and it's just coming better and better than the previous year, then you will qualify for the level up international trip. We also have the global rally, where FBOs from different parts of the world comes together, celebrate business trainings, success, it's all in one room. And every single year, Forever takes us to a different exotic location. You can all our trips, guys, you can have your +1, whether that +1 is in the business or not. As long as they are 14 years old, you can take them. And again, the qualification started on the 1st and closing end of of December. And the next global rally will be in Dubai. Okay. So remember, qualification started in January and it's going to close in December. I'm just going to play this video just to give you how it is when you are part of the global rally. Did you guys see that? It's not AI. It is real. It is also, let me move to the next slide. So, yeah, and now we're going to have a look at our next level up Paris qualifiers. I think this was done for this year. Those who qualified and they went sorry, now we are on the chairman's bonus qualifiers, guys. If you've got a long-term vision for your business and you were worrying about retirement plan, this is where your eyes should be. This is where you build beyond the profit, beyond getting paid on monthly basis. Don't stop until you hold that level 3, because that's where everything's going to change. No matter how long it takes you, chairman's bonus, it is definitely a game changer. So these are some of our qualifiers. Because of time, I'm just going to move to the next one. Okay. And they are just ordinary people like you and I, no qualification needed. You just build, and one day you will change other people's life and they will also change others. And you both get to either level 1 with your +1 or level 2, and also get to level 3. Okay, so it's a mix of chairman's bonus qualifiers, global rally qualifiers, as well as the level up. So you would notice that when you win in one area in this business, you will definitely tick more areas. So definitely by the time you get to global rally, you will also tick the level up, and then you are also standing a chance to tick the chairman's bonus. And we have got different level of chairman's bonus. Level 1, we also have level 2. We all know that by the time you get to level 2, things are starting to smell. And level 3 as well. These are our level 3 qualifiers, Demselegus, Mabile, and Pesi. And I've mentioned that the journey doesn't stop at a manager level. We also have got an Eagle manager. So becoming an Eagle manager comes with an incentive called Eagle Managers Retreat. And qualification opened on the 1st of May and is closing next year on the 30th. And the 2026 and Eagles Manager Retreat will be taking place in South Africa at Sun City. And these are our qualifiers for the previous Eagle managers, and they'll be jetting off soon. Yeah. Okay. Just going to play their names. So you will notice that it's not only South Africa, we also have got Namibia, we also have got Botswana. Yeah, as I've mentioned, that the 2026 Eagles Manager will take place in South Africa. That is in Sun City in the northwest.
haven't seen that.
All right. Again, that is not AI, guys. It is real. So if you don't have a passport, I urge you to get one because you will need it. All right. In order for you to achieve the Eagles Manager, make sure that you don't miss the minimum target, which is the 4K's credit, and you must be leadership bonus qualified, qualify for leadership bonus and achieve about 720. In that 720, you must have 100 new CCs, and now you can, excuse me, you can now qualify with 3 new supervisors, no more 2. Remember, to make it to supervisor, it only takes 10K's credit, and that is in 1 month. And if you are a senior manager, you need your downline manager to qualify. And soaring and above, you must have a minimum of 3 existing Eagle managers or 1 new Eagle that has not qualified for Eagles Manager before, and that's how you get to qualify. So who can join forever, guys? Anybody can join forever. Anyone. You know your struggles. You know why you joined. You know why you are still here. So the people that you see here, they come from different walks of life. They are securities, they are waitresses, there are people from the marketing and sales and marketing, there are people from finance and accounting, there are engineers, you name it, you know, domestic workers. But one thing about this business, you come as you are and then you build your way up. So if you are wondering, will it work for me? If you take it serious, like any other thing in life, if you don't take your job serious, if you don't take anything serious, if you don't take your business serious, it is not going to work. In fact, it doesn't work. You work, the company is going to compensate you for your work. And you must have a coachable spirit, guys. The trainings, the support system is massive in this company. Yours is to commit to the time required. Remember, you are looking, when you are starting, you are looking for an extra income. So you've got to give some extra time to learn and also put some extra effort as well. And most importantly, you must be self-motivated. Please, I beg you, your goals should motivate you. Your background should motivate you. Wherever you are right now, even if you have hit a rock bottom financially, that is a motivation. That's exactly what you need in order for you to start a new venture. People that you see that are succeeding today, they had such moments before they got started. Okay, so you must be willing to work very, very close with the person that gave you this link, the person that introduced you to the business opportunities. So please make sure that you dream big. Okay, I know when you get started, you're looking for that 1,000, 2,000, but don't make the mistake just because of you started with way less capital cost. It doesn't mean you should dream small, guys. Dream big, set goals, of course, the one that you can achieve for yourself as well as your family. It is a business of helping others through the products or the business opportunity. Therefore, commit to having regular customers and build your team and develop key not 1,000 key people. Key. If it takes you 5 years to get your key person, you've got absolutely nothing to lose. Keep going and be prepared to tell everyone about what you do. And most importantly, you must have a very great attitude. So from what you've seen, guys, what is it? Is it a yes? And then you can get in touch with the person that shared the link with you, get registered and start working towards your goal with your mentor. If it's a no, you can also ask the person who gave you the link to give you the products. You purchase, of course, at a customer price. You use the products. And if you're still skeptical, look at your goals. If you're still skeptical, look at your goals. But if you do have questions, please get in touch with the person that shared the link with you, and they are going to share, they are going to answer your questions. And that is the end of our presentation. We are not yet done. Our guest is waiting. So we're looking forward to welcoming you to our family, forever family. That was my job, guys. Thank you so much. I hope I have gave you what you were looking for. And now we're going to welcome Takalani to take us through, guys. She has been in the business, I think, for a year, but let me not spoil it. She's going to take us through her journey. So Takalani, are you on the call? I'm going to stop sharing and you can start sharing from your side. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. Now let's go with our guest. I can't see Takalani. Mashe, can you see Takalani?
Hi, my leader. She was in the room, but I think she's kicked out. Please let's give her just 1 second. She's coming back. Thank you.
Awesome.
My leader, Gwen, I think you can introduce her. She's back in the room. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Okay, we are now going to welcome our guest. Her name is Takalani Ndou, and her background is in finance. She studied finance and accounting. She decided to go full guns in the business, guys. Can we give some fire emoji for our guest? She's only 25 years old. Could you imagine by the time she turned 30? Come on, guys. And she is a single mom of one. She's going to take us through her journey. Welcome, Takalani, and the stage is yours, my leader. Over to you.
Thank you so much, my leader. Thank you so much. I don't know what happened. I just got disconnected from the live. Thank you very much for the welcome. That was a beautiful presentation. I'm just gonna try and share my screen so that everybody can see my slides. Let me just put it in presenter view. Okay, perfect. Can everybody see my slides?
Awesome. Yeah.
Am I visible? Am I audible? Okay, I can't see the camera. There we go. Okay, perfect. Everything is working now. Things were trying to go off ramp. Thank you so much once again. Truly, truly, thank you. Thank you, CSM, for this opportunity to share my story with everyone. I am so excited. I couldn't be more excited. I literally think I just might explode, as this is my very first time ever sharing my forever living journey or my forever living story. So let us get right into it. If you are still here, if you are still excited, just give me a 1 in the comment section I just want to see if everybody's still with us. I know it might be a bit late. Can I please see those ones in the comment section if you are still here, if you are still excited? I'm seeing the ones, I'm seeing the chat section is buzzing up. Okay, super, super. Let's get into my introduction. Kwena did already introduce me. This is my official Forever Living introduction. So my name is Takalani Ndou. I am 25 years old. I am an ego manager in the business. I believe she already explained what is an ego manager in the business. I am also a senior manager in the business. I am a Forever to Drive level 2 qualifier. I am a 60 club achiever, 100 club achiever, as well as a 200 club achiever. Now, I achieved all of these in the business. I remember my first time coming into the business, and I would be seeing like the posters of the presentations, and then I would be seeing the speakers. They would have all their qualifications written under them, and it would say manager, ego manager, Forever to Drive. And I remember telling myself that I want this. Like I don't want my name to be empty. I just don't want it to say Takalani Ndou. I also want to have all these qualifications that they have under them. So I worked hard to have all of these things so that when they put a poster or when they announce my name, I would also have all of these qualifications. So who is Takalani, right? The previous slide were my Forever Living achievements, what I've achieved in the business. But truly, who is Takalani? Takalani was born in Beitbridge, a very dusty town, by the way, a very dusty town in Zimbabwe. So I was born in Beitbridge in Zimbabwe in April. My mom gave birth to a bouncing baby girl, I guess. And I've been living in South Africa for the past 20 years. So since I was 5 years old, would travel in and out of South Africa for the holidays, school holidays and things like that. And then I officially started living in SA when I was about 10 years, I believe, when I was 10 years old. So I've been officially living in South Africa full time for 15 years. My mom is from South Africa. She's from Mpumalanga. If you're from Mpumalanga, let me see you there in the chat section. That is where my mom was born. And my dad is from Zimbabwe. My dad is actually Venda. A lot of people do get surprised when I tell them that I am Venda, but I'm Venda from Zimbabwe. I was a top learner in school. I don't know if you are there in the chat section and you used to be an academic or you are an academic, you're someone who strongly believes in school. One thing about Zimbabweans and education, they go hand in hand. Like we are very, like they prioritize education. Like education is the key to success. Education is the key to everything. And growing up, that is always what I've been told. Like you need to go to school, you need to study hard and you are going to have a good life. You need to prioritize education and you're going to have a good life. So I was a top learner in school. I got distinctions in my matric. I was the #1 learner at my high school. I remember I went to high school in Noordwijk. I was getting all of the prizes and all of that. At some point, I even told myself I want to get a PhD in my studies and things like that. That's how much I loved and I enjoyed school. And in university, I studied finance and accounting at Varsity College in Sandton. And I became a mom at the age of 20. And if you know anything about that, is that obviously that wasn't planned and it wasn't something that was supposed to happen so early in life, but it happened and we just had to make it work, I guess. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I've also been an entrepreneur for 6 years. I've been doing a lot of businesses in the past 6 years, so many that I listed them there. I've been a baker, hairstylist, makeup artist, so many things you can name them. I own a clothing boutique. So I've been doing businesses for a long time, and so many of them actually failed. And in January 2023, I established my business at TikTok Senza, which has been doing quite well for the past 3 years now. And I wanted more. So I wanted more in life. I wanted to fund my business. I wanted to grow my business. I wanted my business to reach even bigger horizons. So that is when I found out about Forever Living. So the lady that you're seeing there in the picture is my sponsor. And this picture was taken on the day that I attended my first ever business presentation. So the way that I found out about Forever Living is like most people, which is on TikTok. I was scrolling on TikTok one day and I came across this beautiful lady and she was unboxing a very nice luxury handbag. And I remember going to her page and checking like, what is she doing? And I saw that she's doing Forever. So I then remembered that I have a relative who I saw actually doing Forever. They're going to Forever presentations. So I got in touch with her and then she connected me to my sponsor that you are seeing there in this picture. So this picture was actually taken in on the 29th of June 2024. That was when we sat down, we had breakfast. She showed me the business presentation. She explained everything, like she did the whole business presentation. And I remember just sitting there going, pretending like I understand. I didn't understand most of the things she was saying at the time. The only thing I was hearing was money, travel, and whatever. And they were talking about car plans. You know, when you are new and someone is sharing the Forever business opportunity, it's a lot of information to process at once. But one thing for sure, I was excited. One thing for sure, I was intrigued. And one thing was for certain, after she did the presentation, I decided right there and there that I want to join this business. So my first day hearing the presentation, I was like, I'm in. So I remember asking her, what is the next step? What do we do after this? Immediately after the presentation, as you can see, I'm still wearing the same clothes. We went to the product center to buy my box, to purchase my Start Your Journey combo pack. And it was on the same day. So after we had the breakfast, I was like, let's go and get this box that you're talking about. And at the time, the box was still 6.8. And I was like, oh, okay, I did not expect it to be. But I was like, it's fine, let's go get it. So we went to the product center, we got my box. And as you can see there, it says brand new assistant supervisor, congratulations, TK. And it says June 2024. So we went to get my box. I was so excited to see the product center. She showed me around the product center. She showed me that this is what you do when you want to buy products. This is where we buy products. This is where everything happened. And I'm so thankful to God that on that day, we decided to go to the product center on my first day of joining the business, because I felt like that was so crucial. That was so instrumental towards my journey, that I saw the product center. I experienced the Forever Spirit. I saw FBOs. We were greeting everyone. We were taking pictures. It was such a nice time just being there at the product center. So if you're a new FBO and you're close to the product center, or you want to join the business and you're close to the product center, I will always say go, because being there does something for you as a person. So why Forever Living exactly? Why did I decide to join this company, right? So a lot of people, they'll be like, they have all of these negative thoughts, pre-thoughts, or premeditated, whatever it is that they think about Forever. They always associate selling with struggling, or they always associate selling with poverty, like you join Forever because you are struggling, or you are selling iskupu because you have no other choice. Like, people will look at you with pity for selling. They will look at you like, oh, are things that bad that you have to sell iskupu, right? So for me personally, it was, then people would ask me, why did you join Forever Living? Why are you joining this business? Because you seem to be doing well for yourself. So as you can see in that picture, I had just bought my dream car. It was on the 13th of June. I had just bought my dream car. My business at TikTok Sensor that I had established was doing well. So everything seemed to be going right. So someone on the outside could ask, why are you looking at this opportunity? Like, why are you selling? Because you look like you are doing well, right? And I just want to share one of my favorite Bible verses. They will not labor in vain, nor will they bear children doomed for misfortune, for they will be a people that are blessed by the Lord, they and their descendants with them. So I wanted more. I wanted bigger, not only for myself, but for my daughter as well. And I understood at that moment and point in time that I needed more funding. I needed more capital. If I was going to grow my business to the heights that I wanted to grow, if I wanted my business to be as big as I pictured it in my head, if I wanted my daughter's life to change like what I was picturing in my head, I understood at that moment and point in time that yes, my business at TikTok Sensor is doing well, but I do not have the funding or the capital to grow it to where I want it to be. So that is when I saw the Forever Living opportunity. And if you're an entrepreneur, you know that you're always looking for funding, you're always looking for ways to grow your business, and you need some sort of capital. And as someone who didn't have like a rich background where you can just go to your aunt or your uncle that you know that your auntie has money and you can go and you ask them for money and they can help you, I didn't have that. So if I wanted that extra funding or if I wanted anything bigger to happen, I had to go out and look for it myself. So that is why I will always say use Forever as that stepping stone. Use Forever as that funding for whatever big goal it is that you want to achieve for yourself. You can actually use Forever to reach your destination. So July 2024, I achieved my 4cc. This was my first month in the business, and I introduced someone into the business. Unfortunately, when I introduced this person into the business, it was not under such good circumstances. And I know that a lot of us, we will join the business, and because you are under pressure to do your 4cc, you just end up doing things and you don't understand why you're doing this 4cc. So I expected instant results without any effort. So after doing this 4cc, I thought I was going to get this big money. I thought miracles was going to happen. And my excitement lasted for 2 minutes. This was because I was expecting miracles. I was not ready to put in the work. I was not ready to put in the effort. I just saw it on social media. I saw people winning. I saw people buying houses. I saw people buying cars. And I expected that to happen to me. I just thought, I'm going to buy this box. I'm going to do my 4cc and miracles are going to happen. So I just thought, if I buy this box, if I do this, then all of this money that these people are showing me, I'm also going to get that money. And unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And that's never going to be the case. So because my excitement lasted for 2 minutes, this was in August 2024. We had our first success day after I joined the business. I didn't attend that success day. I made a lot of excuses. I remember my sponsor calling me, "Where are you? Where? You said you are coming." I'm like, "I'm coming. My tire got a puncture." But my tire did actually get a puncture. My tire did get a puncture, but I remember my tire getting a puncture and I was so happy because I didn't want to go. I was making all of these excuses. I did not understand the importance of attending company trainings at the time. Then this picture was actually taken at our first High Flyers event, which I attended, and I got to meet the president of the company, Aiden O'Hay, because they were in South Africa at the time. And I closed my August on 0.704cc. I didn't attend any trainings. I was still clueless about the business. My sponsor would share trainings with me. She would share trainings in the group. She would share all the information, but I wasn't interested. I was not interested because I was not seeing that money that I saw on social media. I did my 4cc. I bought the box. I was like, where is the money? You guys said if I do this, I'm going to get the money. And I didn't see it. So I became uninterested immediately. I was just like, this business is not going to work for me. So I stopped entirely. And also because I was not attending training, I was not getting the information that I needed to actually understand how this business works. So September 2024, beginning of the month, I still had zero motivation. I had given up on the business entirely. I am not gonna lie to you. I didn't want to see anything to do with Forever. I was like, those people didn't tell me the truth. I had so much negative thoughts, so much negativity surrounding me. And it was that negativity was winning because I was isolating myself. I was running away from the business, right? So because I had already given up on the business in July, I went back to my comfort zone. You can see in that picture, this picture was taken somewhere in September. I went back to my business that I already had, which is a TikTok Senza where I sell perfumes. Remember, a lot of us, what we do is when something becomes hard, we go back to our comfort zone. So you might have a job right now and you are thinking, let me just focus my energy or let me focus my strength on my job because this business is not working. So that is exactly what I did. I was like, this business is not working. Let me go back to something that I know. Let me do what I know works. Not knowing and completely forgetting that for this business to get to where it is now, I had to put in the effort. For TikTok Senza to be where it is now, I was completely forgetting the past, that this business, I did not just wake up one day and I had customers. I did not just wake up one day and I had orders. So I don't know why I was expecting Forever Living to be different. I don't know why I wasn't willing to put in any effort. I don't know why I was expecting miracles from Forever Living. Now that I look at it at the time as an entrepreneur, I should have known better. I should have known that you need to put in the effort. You need to work if you want to see those results. So instead of putting in the work, I ran away. I said, I'm not doing this Forever business. Let me go to what I know works and let me stick to that. Then October 2024, I like calling this the shift, because this is when my business changed. This is when I feel like a dramatic shift happened in my business. It was so shocking. And this shift happened when I saw another Forever Living business owner on TikTok, and she was so excited about her business. She had so much energy. Her name is Michelle. She was jumping up and down on TikTok. She was very excited about her business. She was showing her results. She was sharing her story. And I remember asking myself, but what this girl is talking about, I remember going on her page and I'm like, but what exactly is this girl talking about? Because I thought she was talking about something else entirely different. I go on her page and I see her with the starter journey combo with Boxio Dumo. And I'm like, but this Boxio Dumo is the same box that I bought. Like this business is the same business that I have. So why is this business working for her, but it's not working for me? I remember going through her profile, her page, and I was checking like, what exactly is she doing that I'm not doing? And I saw that she was excited about the business first, number one. She was very excited. She was sharing the information about the business. She was showing up for her business on a daily basis. And that is when something in my mind just shifted. Something in my brain just changed to say, if this business can work for her, what's stopping it from working for me? If she can get these results, what is stopping me from getting the same results? So in October 2024, the country sales manager introduced the Vital 5 challenge. And I remember our sponsor posted it in the group and she was asking everyone to buy the Vital 5 box. Guys, if you are a Forever business owner, you know the Vital 5 box is not cheap. You are looking at the Vital 5, you are like, ha! And you know, it was 1cc personal consumption. And all of us were making excuses like, no, they are buying it because we're not their managers. That's the excuse that we like to make. We like you know, sales to do like we are trying to make ourselves feel better. Like, no, the managers are buying it. Because I remember this is a screenshot that I took from the video that they posted, and they were singing if Vital 5 amanza mangane, and I was thinking amanza mangane kanjani, because you guys are buying it at 48% discount. That's why you are saying that, right? And they bought their boxes and they were celebrating with their boxes and they were having a good time. And guess what? I bought it. I was an assistant supervisor and I was like, I'm going to participate in this challenge. I said, I'm going to show up for my business. So let me stop making excuses and let me actually start showing up for my business. And I even posted on our group chat. I'm like, guys, I think I just spent my daughter's school fees money buying this Vital 5 box, but this Vital 5 box better make miracles happen in my life. And it did, because that was the beginning of something great. That was the beginning of my entire journey. So after I bought that Vital 5 box, you can see there it was the 8th of October, and my sponsor was celebrating me in the group chat for doing my 2cc. So I did my 2cc on the 8th of October. I was so excited. We were so excited. We celebrated. I went on TikTok. I showed my excitement. I think that video is still there where I was celebrating 2cc, guys, 2cc. I was celebrating it. I was on top of the world. I was so happy because I did that 2cc. So the 1cc was from the Vital 5 box, and the other 1cc, I remember I bought stock to go and sell. And after selling that stock on the 12th of October, exactly 4 days later, I did my 4cc. And this was in October. So after I had that mindset shift and I stopped making those excuses and started telling myself that, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to show up. Even though it feels difficult, even though I want to go back to my comfort zone, I'm going to do it. And on the 12th of October, like literally before 2 weeks into the month, I did my 4cc. I was so excited. We were celebrating. I was posting on TikTok. I was sharing everywhere. I was like, guys, I did my 4cc. I was so happy. Like I felt like I was on top of the world. I felt like I had just conquered this huge giant. I felt like I'm sure I felt like the same way that happened with David and Goliath. I felt like I did this miraculous thing and I was so excited. And since then, since October, I have never missed my 4cc. So I then became a brand new supervisor. And the end of October, guys, from the 4cc that I did on the 12th, I became a brand new supervisor. In the same October, in the same month, remember I was showing up on TikTok, I was jumping, I was so excited just for my 4cc and my 2cc. And people could feel that energy. I remember going on TikTok live and sharing with everyone that I just did my 4cc. I'm so excited. This is the business that I am doing. This is what is happening. I was on live every day, guys. In the morning, I'll be live. In the afternoon, I'll be live. At night, I will be live because the whole world had to know that I did 4cc. Like, you guys can't sleep. You must not sleep because I did my 4cc and you must know that I did my 4cc. So I was so happy. And while I was sharing that, I remember it was the 25th of October, I recruited 4 new people on the 25th of October. As someone who has never recruited before, that day I went to the product center and I was just crying and I was crying. And I remember sitting in my car. I parked my car at the garage at some point and I just stopped and I was like, God, you are so amazing. And I was like, I remember I was thinking, God will give you exceedingly over and abundantly what you have asked him for, because the whole month I was just saying, God, if I can just have one person join my team. So if you are here right now and you are thinking, who's going to join my team? You want to join this business, you want to start this business, and you're asking yourself, who's going to join my team? Or you are already in the business and you're asking yourself, who is going to join me? Who will I recruit? The whole month I was praying for one person, just one. And on the 25th, God blessed me with 4 new members. One of them was actually a preferred customer. And one of the ladies that I recruited there was my first manager. You cannot tell me that God was not in the story when that happened. One of the ladies that I recruited there, my first month that I became a supervisor, and at the time, supervisor was still 25 cc's. So you are very blessed to join the business at this time where they've even reduced it to say you only need 10 cc. You only need 10. We were struggling with 25 cc's and we did it and we became supervisors. And I remember I ended the month on 29 case credits. So because I ended that month on 29 case credits, I had no choice. I had to become an assistant manager. So this is a comparison of my August versus October month. This is a comparison of my case credit. Do you see what my CCs were looking like when I was busy making excuses, when I was busy complaining, when I was all down and out and trying to make everybody feel sorry for me? And sorry, these were my CCs when I decided to start putting in the work. These were my CCs when I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna get up and I'm going to change my business. I'm going to work my business. So I ended the month on a total of 29 case credits. As you can see, one of the ladies that I recruited, all of them actually, one of them did their 4cc. That same month that I recruited her, she did her 4cc. The others, they also did 1cc. So the team was already working from the get-go because they saw me working and they saw me excited about my business. And in November 2024, I attended my first success day, and this was my team. Guys, I'm gonna tell you this was the only success day where I was happy and I was not stressed. I'm gonna come back to that part later in the presentation, but I honestly and truly feel like this success day was the success day where I had the best time of my life. I was so happy. I was a supervisor, and this was my team. My team only had it was 4 people, it was 5 people, including myself. So this was like my little business community. It was the 5 of us, and we all showed up for Success Day. And the lady that you are seeing there in the long red dress, that is Rosette. And you will see who Rosette is later. She came all the way from Northwest to attend the Success Day. She doesn't live in Joburg, but she flew all the way to Joburg to come and attend the Success Day. She was like, TK, I'm coming. And I said, you're coming? She said, TK, yes, I'm coming. And this is someone who just joined the business last month. And she said, TK, I'm coming to the Success Day. I can't miss it. And she flew and she came and she attended Success Day. And this was my team. I was so happy. We were all so happy. We were all celebrating my supervisor level movement. And it was just such a beautiful moment for all of us to share. Then we started the road to assistant manager. And forever, you celebrate for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, you celebrate. You can't celebrate forever. You need to get moving. You need to get on the road and start moving. So now my goal for the month of November was to do 46 case credits because I've already done 29 CC and I need to move. I need to move levels. So I remember in November, I recruited 5 people. And I started attending trainings. I also started hosting trainings there. My sponsor and I remember we were hosting our first ever team training. We were teaching the team how to use the online store. So whatever little knowledge that I had, I shared with my team. I showed them, this is how you do this. This is how you register people. This is how you set up your online store. And we were showing them. I also raised my first supervisor. So remember Rosette that flew all the way from Northern Cape. She flew all the way from Northern Cape. The following month, she became a supervisor. So I raised my first supervisor in November. 2 of my team members closed 4CC. Hey, it was, things were just happening. And this was in November. And I'm here to tell you that right now you're probably thinking, this year is about to end. I'll start next year. There is no starting next year. Start now. Things will happen. They are going to happen. This was all happening in November 2024. And I ended the month on a total of 53 case credits from someone that was doing 0.7, from someone that was not showing up for their business. I managed to end the month on a total of 53 case credits, and this was in November. Then we did it. So in November 2024, I became a brand new assistant manager with what I just showed you in the previous slide. And at the time, the one song that I had on repeat was by Judy K, and it's called Capable God. After this presentation, just go and listen to it. And I always told myself that there is nothing that my God won't do. He is a capable God and he will do it. And I saw it with my assistant manager qualification. I'm like, I do not know how we were gonna do this. It was just grace. It was just happening. Everything was just happening on its own. And it was happening because I decided to decide. It was happening because I decided that I'm going to be there for my business. And once you decide that you are going to do this business, that you're going to come in and you're going to work, God is going to bless the works of your hands. Because if you don't have anything in your hands, then he doesn't have anything to bless. So the minute that I decided, the minute that I changed my mind and I said, listen, I'm going to work, things started happening. Then I remember in December 2024, the goalpost shifted. Ladies and gentlemen, the goalpost just changed. I thought we were going to assistant manager. I thought that the road was headed to assistant manager. But I always say that my sponsor doesn't have peace. My sponsor doesn't like peace. She liked disturbing my peace at the time. She did not want to see me at peace. She just wanted me to see me just going through it. So I remember in December 2024, she gave me a call and she said, TK, did you see you did 53 case credits? And I'm like, yes, I saw I did 53 case credits. And she said, you are in month 1 of Forever to Drive. And I'm like, what is Forever to Drive? I thought we are going to manager. She's like, no, we are not going to manager anymore. You are in month 1 of Forever to Drive. That means that you need to do month 2 and you need to do month 3. So now we are not doing manager anymore. We are doing Forever to Drive. Now imagine I'm like, hi, Evan, where is this Forever to Drive supposed to come from? So manager was now cancelled and Forever to Drive was unlocked just like that. We were not looking at manager anymore. Manager was going to happen along the way, but our goal had now shifted. We were now going to Forever to Drive. So I needed 67 case credits to close my manager and I needed 100 case credits for Forever to Drive. And I remember thinking, is this possible? Is this doable? How are we gonna do this? I remember thinking, Mara, where does this woman think I'm gonna find 100 sisters from? Where does this woman think this 100 club is gonna come from? In December. And in that very same December, I forgot that my God is a God who makes miracles happen. He's a way maker. He's a miracle God. Guri, I was just, I don't even, it was just a blur of events happening right in front of my eyes. So in that same December, I recruited 11 people. 11 people came into my team in December when people were making excuses, when people were going home, and you will call the team and you'll be like, guys, what is happening? And they will say, TK, we went home, we're in Limpopo, we are celebrating Christmas. And I was running around like a headless chicken. This month was one of the most toughest months in my forever business. And we had our first launch in Mokopane. This picture was taken at our first ever business launch. So in December, on the 21st of December, we drove all the way to Mokopane to go and launch one of my downliners. That is her right there. She's wearing the brown jacket. That is Petunia, and Petunia became my second supervisor in the business after we launched her in Mukobani. I also raised an assistant manager, and I remember on the 25th of December, I will never forget this. On the 25th of December 2024, it was Christmas, and I was at the Korea Guy. I was at the Korea Guy dropping parcels. My hair was not done. You know, it's Christmas. People are looking nice. They've bought Christmas clothes. They are cooking salads. They are cooking, they are making coleslaw and chakalaka. You guys were probably braaiing on the 25th of December. I was fighting for my life. I was fighting for the forever to drive. I wanted it so bad I could see it, and I was already seeing that it is done. I wanted it so bad, and I told myself that, TK, how many Christmases have you had in your life? You've had 24 Christmases. Why do you want another Christmas? This Christmas, let's just put this Christmas on pack. We will see Christmas next year. This year we must do 100 Club. And I was busy on the 25th. And on the 31st of December 2024, Kihebari, brand new manager. Oh my God, that was such a surreal moment. That was when we were now celebrating brand new manager, and not just a brand new manager with 100 Club. A brand new manager with 100 CCs in December, when I was fighting for my life, when I felt like I was losing my mind, when I felt like, yay, I'm going through it at this moment and point in time. And one thing about being a business owner, it will test you. It will test everything that you have, but we did it. On the 31st, when you guys were counting, happy New Year, we were saying, congratulations, brand new manager. Now you're probably asking yourself, TK, how did you do this? Because it doesn't make sense. How did all of this happen? Now I'm gonna tell you. Step number one, social media. If you don't have social media by now, you are denying yourself. You are starving your business. I'm showing you screenshots of my social media account. This is my TikTok account. Do you see where my TikTok account started? We started at 398 followers. I know someone out there right now has this account. Do you see my views? I used to get one view. I will post a video, no one will view it, no one will comment, nothing was happening. It was just there. But every day I will wake up and I will post. Every day I will wake up and I would make noise about my business. Every day I would make sure that there is something on that page. Even though when 0 people were viewing it, 0 people were liking, I was making 0 sales, I would still show up for my business. I would still post. I would still make sure that there is something happening on that page, because I knew my goal. I knew where I was going. I knew the results that I wanted to see. And a lot of the times we tend to focus on the results instead of the tasks that you need to do to get those results. You actually need to focus on your daily tasks. Don't look at the results. You need to focus on your tasks. And that is what I was doing. And today my page is currently sitting on 25,000 followers. 25,000 people are now following me from 398 people. And one thing about social media is that social media is a very powerful tool. If you are sitting there right now, you are saying, I don't know how to use social media, I don't know how to use TikTok, but are you willing to learn? Yes, you don't know how to. At the time when I was making these videos, I didn't even know anything about the products, but I was willing to learn. I was willing to learn how to make videos and how to not make medical claims on TikTok. You can't be going and making medical claims and telling people that the products will heal them just because you want to sell a berry nectar. You need to learn the proper way to market your product on social media. You need to learn the proper way to market your business opportunity on social media without making any income claims and without making any product claims that the product is going to heal you. So this is where my social media is currently sitting, and this is how I managed to do that 100 Club. This is how I managed to connect with all of those people that I recruited in December. And through the power of social media, in less than 12 months of building my forever business, because remember, I only started building my business in October. In less than 12 months of building my business community has grown to 185 individuals. We have people from South Africa, we have people from Namibia, we have people from Botswana, we have people from Lesotho in my team, and we have people from Swaziland. We also have people from Zimbabwe as well in my team. And I connected with all of these people through social media. So as you can see there on the bottom, there's that number that says 3 PC Novas preferred customers, assistant supervisors 71. This is my personal recruitment. These are my direct downlines. So in my direct line of sponsorship, I have 71 assistant supervisors, 10 supervisors, and 2 managers. And in my entire business community, this is my first, my second, and my third generation. We have 156 assistant supervisors, 11 supervisors, 1 assistant manager, and 15 preferred customers. So this is my entire line of sponsorship. And all of these people, I connected with them through social media. Each and every single person who has joined my team, I want to show you the power of social media. I have never recruited anyone in real life. I'm trying, I'm learning, but I've never recruited anyone in real life. All of these people were strangers before. I had never met them before. They just saw my videos on TikTok. They gave me a call and they said, TK, I want to join. They saw my videos. They sent me a message and said, TK, we are ready to join. All of these people, I never met any of them. I never called any of them. I never went to their houses and said, I have a business opportunity. Do you want to join? I was building this business from home, at home, in my bedroom. I remember I used to make videos in my bedroom and people would be like, TK, why are you always in the corner? But that little corner is where all these people came from. While I was just looking at my phone and speaking through my phone the same way that I'm speaking to you right now. And that is how I built my business community. Then showing up for my business. After the building and the recruiting and bringing all these people into the business, you still need to coach them and mentor them and support them. And that is step number 4 of what we do at Forever Living. So this was me showing up for my business. The first picture was taken at a business presentation in Germiston, where I had gone to meet up with one of my assistant supervisors who was struggling in the business. And I went to Germiston to go and connect with her. And this picture of me and Manare there, I was wearing a white dress. This was my first time in Soshanguve. I had never been to Soshanguve. I don't know anyone in Soshanguve, but I had connected with this lady on social media, and I went to give her her box. And I put the screenshot there of my daughter, and I put the date there. Do you guys see on the 24th of December, 2024, my daughter and I, we were at the product center. On the 24th of December, the day before Christmas, we were at the product center. We were buying stock for the team. We were collecting a box to make sure that my people receive their boxes. And over there, I was with with one of my assistant supervisors in Montana. So I had a lot of first-time experiences. My first time in Montana, my first time in Soshanguve, my first time in Rustenburg, in Mokopane, my first time selling products at the taxi rank, my first time selling products at the mall. And there's a picture that I put there where I'm wearing a green little suit and I was wearing a duke. That picture was actually taken on the 25th of December, 2024. It was Christmas, and I was delivering products at the Puro locker to ensure that my people got their boxes in time, to ensure that my people are receiving their stock. This was all in December. And in January 2025, brand new manager, 100 Club achiever, and the goalpost shifted again. My word, the goalpost shifted again. It went from Forever to Drive, and it was now Eagle. My sponsor called me and she said, "TK, my child, we are no longer doing Forever to Drive. Forever to Drive, Amanza Mangane now. You need to do Eagle." And I remember to myself, asking myself, what does this lady want from me? Why is she like this? Why can't she have peace? And you know, when they say you need to be willing to work closely with your sponsor, you need to be close to your sponsor like this. At some point, my sponsor's husband was saying, "You and TK are always on the phone. Why are you guys always on the phone?" My name was always being spoken in that household. That's how much I was always that's how much I was always is and is till today in contact with my sponsor. So I remember she was now saying, if you can do 100 Club, you can do Eagle. If you can do this, you can do this. So now my sights were now set on Eagle Managers Retreat. We had put Eagle aside. We were like, Eagle is done. Forever to Drive is done. Let's now move on to the Eagle qualification. God was faithful, and my team was still growing, and my team is still growing still in January. You know, in January, a lot of people are making excuses. We have to buy school fees, we have to pay school fees, we have to buy stationery, we have to do all of these things. And I'm just here to tell you that there will never be the right time. Things are always going to be happening. And if you want to wait for the right time, if you're going to say, I'm not going to do my business, or I'm not going to join the business now because it's December, people are going on holiday, then January, you're going to say, I'm not going to start the business because people are paying school fees. There's never going to be a right time. The time to start is now, because people are always going to have stories. Stories are always going to be there. What's going to set you apart is your decision to start. That Forever to Drive that I was chasing, in February, I believe, yes, in February, I closed my Forever to Drive level 1. So I qualified for my Forever to Drive level 1. And I remember I did not even get a chance to celebrate this now that I think about it. It was January. Sorry, it was January. I did not even get a chance to celebrate this one properly because I'd already packed it. The same way I packed my manager and I said, we are going to Forever to Drive. When I got to Forever to Drive, we packed Forever to Drive. We were like, we are not focusing on this one anymore. We are going to Eagle. So this was when I was getting recognized on Step Up for my Forever to Drive incentive. Then I got one of my first trips with Forever. This is the Managers Convention. If you are in this chat right now and you are going to Managers Convention in 2026, drop me a 1. Drop me a 1 if you are joining us. Listen to me, you need to be at the Managers Convention in 2026. This Managers Convention changed my entire business. When I tell you that the Takalani that you know today was born at this convention, she was made at this convention. So this opened up a whole new world, and I saw all of the possibilities, everything. I saw that it's all possible. Like all of these things that they are talking about, they happen. Like they are real, they are possible. And on this picture, you can see me there with Coach Kupelo, the lady on the top there. She's wearing that one-arm dress, and I will always and forever be grateful to Coach Kupelo. Coach Kupelo is one of the people who believed in me, and she's one of the people who doesn't take any excuses. She will come to me and she will say, TK, you are doing 100 Club, finish and clear, end of story. No discussions. Yeah, Coach Kupelo, I can't do it. People are not joining. People are doing this. She's one of the people who sat down with me, and she's one of the people who was so instrumental in my journey, and I'm so grateful. Till today, she still helps me. Till today, she's not even in my team. She's not even my sponsor. We are not even related. I met her in Forever, and that is the power of Forever. The power of Forever is the power of love. You join by yourself, but you are never going to be by yourself when it comes to Forever. And over there, that's me with my grandmother, Coach C. I'm sure you guys have seen their beautiful mansion on social media. Imagine if they had not said yes to the business, I wouldn't be here today. And that is us with Team Fab there at the Managers Convention. I had the time of my life, and I learned so much at the Managers Convention. And you definitely also need to be there. And if you want to be at Managers Convention in 2026, you need to go to Manager. So if you're going to Manager, please let me know in the comment section. But you are going to Managers Convention because you have to be there. So I met Jane Leach at the managers convention. She was one of the speakers. And one of Jane Leach's saying is you can't grow into the person you want to be unless you are willing to get uncomfortable. I know social media makes you uncomfortable. Making that video makes you uncomfortable. Talking to people makes you uncomfortable. You don't want to do it. You probably have your nice job right now, your nice life, and you are saying this forever people, they are bothering me. Why do I have to do all of these things? If you want to grow, you will not grow unless you are willing to get uncomfortable first. And it's either you change or you will keep repeating the same day forever. You see this person, he keeps going up the stairs and he keeps falling, and he keeps going back and falling, keeps going back and falling. That is you right now. You keep repeating the same mistakes. You don't want to change. You don't want to be uncomfortable. You don't want to do what needs to be done. And until you are ready to do what needs to be done, nothing is going to change. And you are not going to be the person that you want to be. After managers convention, I wanted it all. I wanted everything. I remember I saw our country sales manager at the managers convention. I didn't speak to her at the managers convention. I greeted her like, "Hi, how are you?" But I never had a conversation with her. I saw everyone having conversations with her. I saw her speaking to everyone, hugging everyone, and I didn't want to go to her. I was like, I remember telling my sponsor, we were sitting at our little table there because it was just the two of us. We don't have any managers in our team. And I remember telling her, I'm like, you see that lady, she's going to know my name. She's going to know who I am. From today going forward, Coach Oni is going to know my name. She's going to know my name and my surname. And she's going to be tired of saying my name and my surname. And I made sure that whenever this lady has stepped up, she's going to say my name. And that was one of the things that I took from the managers convention. So from there, I became a 200 club achiever. I became a forever to drive level 2 qualifier. They made a mistake there and they said level 3. They upgraded me, but this is the only picture that I had, and this is the only picture I could share for this presentation. I became a forever to drive level 2 qualifier, and in February I was one of the top recruiters for SADC. The top recruiters for SADC. I recruited 22 people in February 2025. It was so mind-blowing. And the only thing that was fueling me at that time was I want CSM to know my name. I want CSM to say my name. I want that lady to know my name. I want that lady to know who I am. And I told myself, I'm coming for everything. Everything that they have there forever. I want it all. And I went for it all. And you are still asking yourself, but TK, how did you do all of these things? Traveling to build, number one, I remember I traveled to Zimbabwe, Harare. This was after the managers convention. I was so pumped. I was so hyped. I had so much energy. I planned a trip to Zimbabwe by myself. I paid for this trip. I remember someone asking me, did Forever pay for your trip or did you pay? I paid for this trip myself. I booked a flight. I booked a ticket. I went to Harare. I didn't know anyone in Harare. I went to Harare. I got a venue. I promoted my flyer on Instagram. I promoted my flyer on TikTok. I see these ladies there at the bottom on the yellow table. I don't know any of them. We connected on social media. These were strangers that attended my presentation in Harare. So I took a flight. I got on a flight. I'm like, I'm going to share this opportunity with everyone that I know. I'm like, I'm going. I don't know. I don't care whether my sponsor is coming or she's not coming, or I don't have a projector, or I don't have these things. I will figure it out when I get there, but I'm going. I went to Zimbabwe, Harare. I went to Zimbabwe in Bulawayo. We went to Swaziland. My sponsor was there in Swaziland. That picture there at the top was taken in Swaziland. We went to build in Swaziland as well. So if you want to achieve those results, you need to be willing to go to extreme lengths to make sure that your business is successful. You don't have to travel to Harare if you can't right now, but travel to your next city, travel to the next town, go somewhere else and launch your business there. We also had launches, the good and the bad. This was some of the launches that I had with some of the leaders in my team. I remember some of our launches, we planned launches and no one showed up. We planned launches, people didn't come. We went to the robots to hand out flyers. People didn't come. But did I stop? No. I continued with the launches. Did I stop because people didn't come? I'm going to go home and cry. No, I still went on with my business. Did you see me crying and saying, no, people didn't come to my launch. People didn't buy the product, so I'm not going to do the business anymore. No, I kept on launching. I kept telling my team members, let's launch, let's keep going. And the lady there who's wearing the blue suit, that is Nametseho. She's from Botswana. She was there at the launch where no one showed up at the launch. And I remember telling her, I'm like, Marie, the things are going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And today she is a supervisor because she didn't give up. She didn't start crying and say people didn't come to my launch, so now I'm going to go home and cry. Today she's one of my supervisors, and we were there at Success Day. We were having the time of our lives at Success Day. Team trainings, multiple team trainings. Sometimes I would do team trainings. My team would not show up. They wouldn't come. They would have excuses, but I still continued to train my team. Sometimes you'd want to do a team training and you are looking at these venues and these venues are expensive and you're thinking, but how am I going to train my team? How am I going to do all of these things? But I still went on. I did the team trainings because you need to support your team. You need to be there for your team because you promised them when you were sponsoring them that you're going to help them in this business. So I did my team trainings. Whoever it is that shows up, we do team training. We train the team, whatever knowledge that I have, everything that I've learned in this business, I always share with my team. Another reason is my why. Do you see this picture over here? This picture was taken in 2020. That is me over there with my daughter. And this is always going to be one of my biggest whys. Whenever I look at this picture, I always remember. People will ask me, TK, why every day you always wake up, you're always running, you're always doing your business, you are always like, you are so consistent. How do you do it? You need to have a why. Your why needs to be bigger than you because your why is the one that's going to keep you running. Your why is your fuel. Imagine you can't drive a car without fuel. You can't drive a car on an empty tank. You need to have a why. And this picture, whenever I look at this picture, I always remember this is my why. Whenever I look at this picture, I'm like, this right here, I'm sure you can all see it. I'm sure you can all see that this right here is my why. Because I look at this and I'm like, but we deserve better than this. We deserve so much better than this. And if we are going to get better, then I need to work for that better. I need to make it happen. If I don't make it happen, this is where we are going to end up. If I don't wake up and go to work, this is what's going to happen. We're going to find ourselves back here again. And I never want to find us back here again. This is my why, and this is why I will always wake up and I will always push my business, regardless of what happens, regardless of who says what, I will always push my business. Then this is Rosette. I just want to give a special shout out to my first manager, Rosette, and I always call Rosette my helper. Rosette is one of the people who believed in me when there was no one in this business, when my team was still a team of Takalani alone. This is one of the first people to join my team. Rosette used to be a client of mine from TikTok since and I will always say that God sent this woman into my life. God sent her directly to me. God said, you are going to help this person. You are going to walk this journey with this person. And I remember I always ask Rosette, why did you join this business? And she will say, oh, TK, I saw you were struggling to recruit, so I just wanted to join. I wanted to help you. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? She said she joined because she saw I was struggling to recruit. And that is the reason why she joined the business. And I don't know her. We were strangers. We met online. We connected online. And that is how Rosette and I connected. And she was my first manager. And I just want to give a special thank you to Rosette and just say from the bottom of my heart, like if you are sitting there right now, you are saying, who's going to join my business? How am I going to do this business? I'm here to tell you that your people are there. God has already put people in place for you. They are just waiting for you to decide. They're just waiting for you to put yourself in position, align yourself with your blessings, align yourself with your helpers, align yourself with people that are meant for your journey. You are delaying God. God wants to make things happen, but you being stubborn, you don't want to move. You don't want to get into alignment. So today I'm telling you, align yourself. Align yourself for the people that were made for you to find you. My non-negotiables in this business is prayer. non-negotiable. Pray over your business. If you can find your box wherever it is, go and touch that box and pray over that box. My non-negotiable: to post on my social media on a daily basis, a minimum of 3 posts, reach out to my team on a daily basis, updates on the group. Whether the group responds or not, Mina, I have updated. I have a daily to-do list, and I make sure that I've done everything that is on my daily to-do list. Attend trainings. Trainings are non-negotiable for me. Trainings, I will always be there. If there's any training, best believe I'm there. Search for my name, you will find it. 4CC by the 7th. That is a non-negotiable in my business. I do my 4CC, I close it by the 7th, then I start helping my team close their 4CC as well. There are times where it's not easy to do your 4CC by the 7th, but 4CC is a non-negotiable for me. First week of the month, I'm already working on my 4CC. Recruit monthly. There isn't a month that goes by without me recruiting. I make sure that I have recruited in any month. Since October, I recruit every month. It is a non-negotiable for me. If I don't recruit, best believe I will be miserable the whole month until a recruitment happens. But I recruit monthly. Then we qualified for Ego Manager, my Ego Manager qualification, the one that had now become our goalpost. I joined the business after the Ego Manager qualification started. I didn't start planning or looking at Ego until January 2025. So if you are an assistant supervisor right now and you are thinking it's too late, I'm here to tell you it's not late. If you haven't joined the business, I'm here to tell you, you are an Ego. You can be an Ego. You can qualify for Ego. If you don't have a passport right now and you are in this meeting today, I am saying go and get that passport tomorrow because you are an Ego. And in January, we did 200 Club. February, we did 200 Club with my team. March, we did 200 Club. April, we did 100 Club. And I qualified for my Ego Manager qualification in April. And I qualified for my first ever international trip that is fully paid for by Forever Living. And I attached a picture there of my daughter's visa. So I got the email that my daughter's visa had been approved about, I think it was a week ago. And I cannot stop looking. This is like one of my favorite pictures on my phone. I just go and I look at it. I'm like, oh my God, my daughter is 5 years old and she's going on her first ever international trip. And she's getting visas. I did not have a visa at 5 years old, and this girl has visas at 5 years old. And I'm just like, wow, I am so amazed. So I qualified, and we are going next month. We are going to be in Thailand for the Ego Manager incentive. So we are going to Thailand. And in May 2025, I became a senior manager, and that is my second manager in the business, Victoria, who has become more than my manager. She has become my sister. She has become my friend in the business. We have literally just become family, and it wouldn't have been possible without these two ladies. It wouldn't have been possible without my team. I also went on the Limpopo tour recently with the country sales manager, and that was just amazing. So I'm just here to tell you that there is so much that happens behind the scenes of all these qualifications, and you'll be seeing all of these people qualifying for all of these things. And there is so much work that is being put into all of these things. And we are actually going back to Limpopo this weekend. I will be going back on tour again to go and build my business in Limpopo because the country sales manager has sowed the seed, but it is up to us to water that seed. It is up to us to make sure that it grows. So we are going back with other leaders in the business to go and build the business in Limpopo, to go and water the seed that the country sales manager has planted, to make sure that we nurture it and that it grows. And I just want to say thank you to my sponsor. I wouldn't have done this without my sponsor. This lady right here, I love this lady, and I've never. She always says that to me when she wants to rattle me. She's always trying to shake me. But I just want to say thank you to her so much, and I don't think that I would have been where I am in the business had I joined under anybody else. So the person that invited you to this presentation, best believe God has aligned you with that person and you were brought together for a reason. So I just want to say thank you to my sponsor. Thank you so much. And to my team, These are all the pictures that I could find. These are all the pictures that I could fit into the slide. But I just want to say, these are all the beautiful people that I have managed to connect with. And without them, none of this would have been possible. Without them, without all of these beautiful faces that you're seeing on your screen right now, my business would not be where it is today. This is my community. This is my team. People from literally all over the world. I mean, we have Botswana, we have Namibia, we have Swaziland, we have Zimbabwe, we have everyone in there. We have Lesotho, we have everyone. So I've managed to connect with all of these beautiful people all through social media and all because of this amazing business opportunity that is Forever. And in closing, I just want to say, just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible. You can do it. You need to tell yourself, I can do it. I know it's hard. I know there's gonna be times where you question your sanity. There's gonna be times where you question your spirituality. There's gonna be times where you question your mind, like, am I okay? It's gonna be hard, but just because it's hard does not mean it's impossible. And anyone can join Forever. The same way that all of us in January we went to the gym and we got gym memberships. I'm one of them. And we never went back to the gym. And now we expect six packs. You have a membership number, but the real question is, what are you doing with your FBO number? Are you just a member or are you going to be a forever business owner? I just want to leave you with that question tonight. And this is where I love and leave you. Stay blessed and thank you all so much.
Oh my goodness. Can I get the form, guys? What a testimony, what a journey full of ups and downs, guys. The power of a made up mindset, the power of a decision. Thank you so much, Takalani. Wow. Yeah, you just re-recruited me. What am I doing with my FBO number? Am I just a member or am I forever business owner? Thank you so, so much. I strongly believe that our cups are filled, guys. And thank you so much for your time from 8 until now. I hope that you have learned, and good night till next time.
Thank you. Good night.